So watch, we're going to introduce you to an exercise that some of you did last time, actually. And so the basic, there's two parts to it, actually. So the first part is just to go forwards, forwards, back, back. So it's like right, left, okay? And you do that one time. And then we do, we combine it with an exercise we did as well, which is to go side, side, together, together, okay? So each of those components is like 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Forwards, forwards, back, back, side, side, together, together, okay? So that's the entire part of the exercise. If you get confused, if you're not able to, just stick with one part, maybe where you do forwards, forwards, back, back. And then you can always, you know, try to improvise and add in the other one actually as you do the exercise, okay? So it's just that for 45 seconds starting now. So forwards, forwards, back, back, side, side, together, together. Good, Richard. Good, Emmanuel. That's it. That's it. Good, Hannah. That's great. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so just stand up, shake out your legs. Great. Make sure if you've got, you know, like a drinks bottle handy. Exactly, Richard. Good man. So then just kind of take sips, particularly at the beginning, because that's when, for me, when my mouth gets a bit dry, actually, when I start to do the warm up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now watch. So an exercise might be new for some of you. We did it last week, actually, but we'll just recap real quick. Okay. So watch. Concentrate on your right leg only. We stride out on the right. And then the other steps are kind of in place. 2, 3, 4. Right, 2, 3, 4. So the right is like a long step, and all the other ones are in place, basically. So right, 2, 3, 4. Right, 2, 3, 4. Right, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So and then of course we're going to do the same thing on the left side. But for right now, 45 seconds. Right only, starting now. That's it, Hannah. There you go. There you go. Good, Emmanuel. Yeah, good, Richard. That's really good. Good, Mo. That's it, David. Good job, Ian. Good. Actually, everybody's on the ball today. Well done.
At the end of the 2 months to Zoom session.
Roxana's saying it took you guys 2 months, but we got it mastered here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and relax. Very good. So remember, when we go to do the other side, we're just reversing it. So we stride out on the left foot, and all the other ones are kind of in place. So it's left, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4. Try to actually, when you stride out, you put a little bit of weight on that limb, of course. That allows you to pick up the other one in place, actually, because every time there should be a slight change of weight when we do that, okay? All right, ready? So 45 seconds starting now. So left, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4. Sound like we're in the military. Looking good. Good job. Let's see, Ian, good job. David, good job. That's it, Emmanuel. Try to maybe, it's okay to have your legs a little bit straighter actually as well too, actually, until you do the stride out. That's it. Good, Hannah. That's good concentration. Well done, Richard. Excellent, Mo. Okay, about 10 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so just stand up, shake out your legs a bit. Good. Hopefully everybody's got the main room view as their kind of main focus, okay? So, and maybe if you were flipping through it, of course it could have changed there. So let's see here. Okay, so we'll do good old standby. We're gonna do some heel kicks. And all this is doing is activating our quad muscles, our thigh muscles, basically, for our legs. So the easy way is just to alternate kicking heels to bum and just alternate on the leg, just right, left, right, left. And if you want to, you could change up your coordination and do, you know, single legs on right or left if you want to do that as well. Okay, 45 seconds starting now. So just alternate kicking your heels to your bum, right, left. Good job, Richard. Well done, everybody. Okay, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, just shake your legs out. And remember, let's have a nice kind of inhale. So breathe in through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. So in through your nose, out of your mouth. Remember, try to make the exhalation like twice as long. So 2 through your nose, 4 through your mouth. Okay, and if you want little sips of water, good time to top up. Okay. All right, great. So we're just going to do just a standard, like a hamstring stretch. We'll do standing one. So if you extend your right leg out, so you've got your right leg straight, heel back toward yourself, bend at the waist, and then go as if you're going to touch your chin to your toe. Great. So hold a few counts and then alternate legs. Do the same on your opposite leg. Good. And if the count hold is like smaller, in other words, if you're doing 5 or 10 seconds, then you can always swap 2 or 3 times, or, you know, let's say 2 or 4 times so that we have an even number on each side actually when we do that. Okay. There we go. Okay, and I just want you to stand up and shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, now watch, for starters here, this one is easier to do if you have something maybe to hold on to. So Oksana, could you demonstrate, just put your hand on maybe the wall for the moment? There we go. Now we're gonna lift our knee up towards our chest and just tuck it in with the other hand. So we're holding the knee, and this is like a little 2-part stretch. And then we pull that knee to the side, so we're opening up our hips, and we'll feel the stretch kind of where your groin muscles are. And then we're going to relax and then just drop it down and then repeat on the other side. So we're doing basically 5 counts. If you watch, we lift it up for 5 and hold. Then we rotate the hips open and we hold it for another 5. And then we drop it down, and then we just do the same thing on the other leg, okay? So in your own time. So up for 5, out for 5.
Try to keep legs straight.
Yeah, so the standing leg, the supporting leg should be nice and straight when you do that, okay? Good balance, Anna. Well done. Good, Richard. Good flexibility, actually. Great. Okay, all right. So this is kind of an oblique stretch, actually. So watch what you do. Oksana, in this case, so again, it's better if you have something like a wall or a solid object behind you, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to step forwards a pace. So if you notice, she's stepping away from the wall. That gives her a little bit of room. Her feet are about her shoulder with distance. And then she's just going to put her hands up and turn around as if she's going to touch both palms, yeah, to the wall, let's say behind her, okay? And then she's going to do the same. So you can see she's just showing you from the side. And we're going to do the same on the other side, actually, okay? So we're just doing right and then holding. And then we repeat left and hold. Yeah. If you don't have that, like Mo, where you're at, feel free, you know, you can do those rotations exactly just as you're doing. There you go. Okay, great. And finally, watch again if you've got like a wall or a chair behind you. So Oksana, if you just turn, there we go. So right leg forwards, left leg back. And we want both our heels, yeah, to be pointing, so both toes, sorry, pointing the same direction. And we're just sinking the heel down. So we want to feel the stretch in our calf muscle and the trailing leg, okay? So if you need to increase the stretch, just try pushing your chest towards the wall, actually, okay? And then hold for a few counts, and then swap legs. Yep, looking good, everybody. Good. Okay, all right, so on to some footwork here. Okay, great. So Oksana, if you demonstrate sideways, great. At the moment, stand with your heels together. So this is like our attention position, like we're ready to salute. And just for slow and for form, go right leg forwards on guard, then go back to that position, and then lead with your rear leg, step back and go on guard. Okay, so feet together is the default, front foot on guard, and back foot on guard. And you can kind of see that we're tending to widen out the on guard, maybe a little bit lower, bending the legs a little bit deeper. Just do whatever's reasonable. Remember, this is a warm up for the work to come, okay? So 45 seconds starting now. Good. And for everybody, when you go to flex your legs, particularly when let's say we're moving the back leg back, try not to shift all of your weight onto the back leg. Still try to have the weight so that it's centered between the two legs. We don't want one leg flexed more than the other. Good, Mo. Nice. That's it, Emmanuel. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, so just stand up, shake out your legs. Very good. Okay, so the next one, we're going to get in our on guard position first, and then watch in slow motion. We just move the front foot forwards, back foot back, and then replace the feet in the same order. So forwards, back, together, together. Forwards, back, together, together. So remember your original on guard position, try to keep the same distance between your feet. Try not to let the distance get any closer than it is at the start. Okay, so watch one more time. Front foot, back foot, together, together. You can do this pretty rapidly, actually, but again, pace yourself for the 45 seconds. So starting now. So forwards, back, together, together. Yeah, good job, Richard. That's excellent. Same. That's it. Good, Emmanuel. Well done. Good job, Mo. Well done, David. Good, Ian. That's it, Hannah. And then just when you step out, like forwards, back, maybe not so long, and you can do it more rapid. So a little shorter. There you go. That's it. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, so just stand up, shake out your legs a little bit. And again, if you got your drinks bottle handy, now's the time to kind of just refuel. And Mo, I can see you're being carefully observed there. Okay, all right. Okay, so watch again with the starting position of our heels together. So we stand with our heels together. Now don't watch, you can push this or you can make it easier on yourself. And I would recommend start off easy. If you want to go hard, maybe for the last 15 seconds, you can do that. But essentially what we're going to do is 3 little bounces in place. So 1, 2, 3. Now on the 4th, we go into our on guard and hold. Nice. And then feet together, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, on guard. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, on guard. And if you happen to have a weapon handy, there's quite a few of you that do. Then as you hold that on guard position, just take like a defensive position. So if it's saber, maybe like tierce, carte, Kent. If it's foil, like ceased, carte, octave, septime, okay? All right, so 45 seconds, starting now. Good, so remember like 3 little jumps and on guard. 1, 2, 3, hold.
Is it a wider on guard than normal?
Nope, some people are just doing it automatically when they do the jump, but it's just a normal on guard. Good. Yeah, and then of course, Mo, what you can do instead of the speed, you can actually just try to go for height. So on the 3 jumps, jump as high as you can up, and then which is a little harder actually, I think. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and just shake out your legs a little bit. Nice, good, everybody. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so watch, you can think of this like a ladder. So the easy way to remember this is that you're increasing by 1 each time. You go 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, but we're gonna do them in both directions. So we go 1 forwards, 1 back, 2 forwards, 2 back, 3 forwards, 3 back. Now, try to bear in mind that the steps should be small anyway, okay? So don't make the steps larger, particularly as we do the increasing number of steps, because you're gonna also be limited to the space you have, okay? But if you watch again, so using small steps, 1 forwards, 1 back, 2 forwards, 2 back, 3 forwards, 3 back, and then repeat it again. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and start at 1 again. Everybody got it? Okay, you ready? Now, Oksana was mentioning, she said, because they're nice and small and rapid, this is something you guys can kind of go for a burn. If you can do this as fast as possible, very good. But keep something in the tank for the other exercises. Okay, you ready? So starting now. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3 forwards, 3 back, start at 1, and repeat. Good, Richard, that's really good. Good, Hannah. Nice. Well done, Mo. Looks good. Good, David. Well done, Ian. Okay, last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, shake out your legs. Yeah, that's a good one to kind of feel the burn. Okay, so if you've got a weapon handy, you can pick that up. And bear in mind, you can do any of these exercises without a weapon as well. But we'll just use it actually for a little bit of help. And we're going to hold it, remember, near the guard and near the tip of the weapon, actually, okay? Okay, so watch, whenever anybody struggles with this one, it's normally because they're swapping legs before they've done the entire set. So remember, our feet are shoulder width, the blades at waist height, and we're just doing a lunge forwards on the right, and then we go laterally to the right, and then we do a fencing lunge to our right. So there's 3 movements there, all on the right leg before we swap to the left. So don't change before you've done the 3. So they look like this. So lunging forwards, to the side, and fencing lunge. Then you start on your left, forwards, to the side, and fencing lunge, okay? So Oksana is saying, you know how to do this. So everybody, don't let me down. Okay, ready? So go. Now this one should be slow for form, really, okay? And off you go. Yeah, Ian, that's great. That's really good. Well done, David. Good job, Hannah. That's it.
Well Well done. Everybody ready back to hold.
Good. Yeah, and Richard, just be careful. Don't kind of hyperextend your knees. So remember, knee ends up over your ankle when you do your lunge. Okay, and time. And just stand up, shake out your legs a little bit. Very good. Okay, so now that same blade, actually we can set on the floor, and we'll just set it in front of us. And we're going to come on guard perpendicular to the blade. So in other words, our toes are pointing at the middle of the blade. Yep. And then we're going to do 4 steps in place, starting with our front foot. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, and lunge and recover. And remember, if you are near the tip of the weapon, you're making it easier for yourself because your front foot doesn't have to lift so high. But you could increase the difficulty by moving up towards the guard so that you would have to kick your front foot. The heel would have to kick higher to clear the guard. Up to you. Okay, so make it comfortable. You could do, 50-50, half of one side, half of the other. Okay, starting now. Good, Hannah. That's it. Well done. Good, Richard. Yep, looking good, Mo. So Emmanuel, try to, if you're doing 4 counts, start with your front foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the weight ends up on the back foot. Okay. There you go. Yeah, there you go. If you start, listen, if you want to start with your back foot, just do 3 counts. 1, 2, 3 works the same way, but the weight should always finish on the back foot. Okay. All right. Okay. And time. And just stand up, shake out your legs a little bit. Very good. Okay. So now you can put your blade aside for the moment. And so for the next few exercises, we're using, kind of increasing amounts of distance. So just make sure you've got a good space cleared out. Even so here, because it's not too long, we might be able to squeeze in some short exercises across the length, or we could kind of line up diagonally to make it easier for ourselves, increase the room. Okay, first one, very simple actually. So we're just gonna do just a lunge on its own, then recover back. Then we're gonna lunge and hold, followed by a reprise, and then recover, and then 2 steps back, okay? So lunge, recover back, lunge, reprise, lunge, recover, 2 retreats. Okay, so we're just alternating those 2. I think for everybody, maybe the one that's a little bit difficult, let's just demonstrate the reprise. So when we lunge, we keep the arms straight, bring up the back foot, lunge again. That's the reprise. Then we recover, 2 steps back. Okay, so lunge, recover back, lunge, reprise, recover, 2 retreats, and then repeat the whole thing. Okay, starting now. That's it, Hannah. Good. Every time you lunge, Hannah, try to straighten out your back leg, okay? There you go. Good. Excellent. And Richard, try not to bend your weapon arm when you do that reprise, okay? So keep it straight. Yes. Very good reprise, Ian. Nice job, actually. And same, David. Excellent. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and rest. Just stand up, shake out your legs. Yeah, those lunges can be a bit hard there as well, too, so pace yourselves a little bit, okay? Okay. So we're going to do from, again, where we've got a fair amount of room. Okay, we're just going to go step lunge, recover, retreat. Okay, so that's pretty even because the step forwards equals the retreat that we make when we go back. So again, it's just step lunge, recover, step back. Great. Okay, now we're going to go step, step lunge. And when we recover, we're going to cross our feet and end up going back like we're doing a crossover back. Okay, now a lot of times if you practice this, instead of making, so Oksana, let's just hold the lunge position. Right, watch, it's instead of doing the recovery and then crossing your feet, so we could do that first and cross over back. That's one possibility, but it's quite slow. So instead, lunge, and then push off that lead leg so we go straight into the crossover back. It will feel as if you're jumping back out of your lunge, okay? So step, step, lunge, push straight into the crossover, and then we save a little bit of time when we do that, okay? And that should equal the same amount. So remember, the first action, step, lunge, recover, retreat, 2 steps, lunge, push back, crossover, and you're back to where you started, and then repeat, okay? Off you go. Good job, David. That's it. Yeah, on all those crossover recoveries, just really push off the lead leg like you're jumping back out of your lunge position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Very good. Okay, great. I'm just going to have you do some easy stretches. And remember on these ones, because you've done a lot of heavy work with your legs, we're going to kind of hold 15 counts per stretch. Okay, so you can kind of remember how we do this. Start with your hamstrings. Okay, so it doesn't matter which exercise we do. There's many, but remember, if you're at a loss, just extend your right foot out in front of you. Okay, and Oksana's just showing you there's so many different variations. Actually, you could also do the same thing just with legs straight and bending from the waist. So many options, but hold about 15 counts. The purpose is to let the muscle kind of relax and then increase the tension so that we help increase our flexibility rather than just kind of maintain it. Yeah, and this is a good time to do that. When the muscle's warm, actually, they stretch a lot easier. So remember, we're going to do that on the right leg and the left. Okay, and then I'd like you to stretch your quadriceps. Easy way to do that is if you want to just grab same hand to ankle. So like how we did the heel kicks, just pull one ankle back. Okay, so for example, yeah, right leg to right ankle. And then remember, you can always push the pelvis forwards a little bit to increase the stretch, actually, okay? All right, so do that. 15 counts, right and left. Good job, Hannah, good balance. Great. And then lastly, try to do your calf muscles. So remember, you can do that up against the wall, for example, where you lean your chest in. Yeah, you can do it from the ground in a plank position. There's so many options, up to you how you want to do that, okay? But 15 counts, right and left. Yeah, good, Richard. Very good, David. Excellent. Yeah, good, Ian. Good. Okay, now we're going to do some blade work. So if you organize a target, get your weapon to hand. Gloves optional. Maybe take a little break here, grab yourself a drink so that you're all refreshed and ready to go. And you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last time we did saber, actually. So we're concentrating on a little bit of foil. But remember, anybody actually, so even if you're, so saber and we're concentrating on foil, don't worry, you can, most of you have done these exercises several weeks so that you can alternate, you can substitute whatever we're doing for foil for saber and vice versa, okay? So I'll give you a couple minutes to get ready.
Do we need a second weapon at all?
If you like, we're not using it primarily, so it's an option.
Okay. I might get it anyway. All right.
Go ahead, feel free. Good. Okay, let's see. Everybody good? So if we're all ready to go, maybe just give us a little well done. Good. Excellent. Okay, all right. So great. So first one, actually, all we're doing is we start from extension. So remember, I'm going to just go over the blade work first, and then we'll show you what we do with the feet. So we want to have a good extension on the target, and then we're going to alternate double hits to the various lines. So that's like a tap and a full extension. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you're a server, just do double cuts, okay? All right, now remember, we can add our feet by alternating stepping in place. Okay, so depending on what your conditioning is, try to add those in. And if it starts to suffer, well, then just do them stationary. So 45 seconds starting now. I'm just laughing at Emmanuel. Good job, though, Emmanuel. Those are nice.
Dog. Keep going, keep going.
So we're just doing double hits at the moment. So double cuts. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good, and relax. Very good. And let me just let's just demonstrate real quick, Oksana. So some of you remember, actually, I just showed that in particular the foilus. I said, look, if you want to position yourself, normally we would be perpendicular to the target, right? But you could come off at like an obtuse angle, actually, and then you could practice hitting at an angle, which means we could either angulate our wrist or we could flick our hits into the target, actually, like with 2 flicks. So we can do that, you know, whichever way that we like, actually. And then likewise, we can come to the other side, practice the same thing. So sometimes you could, even during the course of your practice, just change your position on the target to work on various techniques, because you'll find that some, when we're at those various angles, we've got to change it, adapt it to make it work, okay? All right, so the next thing we're going to do 5 slow hits and 5 quick ones. So the basic with the hands look like this, so just a good extension. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now quick taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, and then relax. And then remember, you can alternate your feet stepping in place when we do that. Okay, all right, and off you go. Good job, David. Nice. Good, looking good. Nice, Mo. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, and shake out your legs. Very good. Okay, watch. So this is a new one for everybody here, but you'll get the gist very quickly, okay? So watch, from your extension distance, just extend and hit. Now take a parry of your choice, parry and riposte once and twice. So we want to repeat, the easy thing is just repeat the same parry and riposte. So we do a hit, and then parry, riposte. And now if we do the same, let's say with cease, we're going to do a hit, cease, riposte, maybe with octave. So hit, octave, riposte, and just keep going through there, okay? So sabers, same pattern, make a cut, and then let's say cart head, or cut, Kent flank, and just repeat whatever it is twice in a row. Okay, ready? Starting now. Good, Emmanuel. That's it. Good job, Richard. Good, Mo. Nice. Good, David. Well done, Ian. Nice. Everybody's on the right track. Okay, and stop. Okay, and relax a little bit. Okay, remember, shake out your arm. If you need to, just put your point towards the ground and kind of rotate your hand a little bit right and left just to loosen up your shoulder. Okay. All right, so actually, you know what? We might as well use the same exercise actually from the lunge position. So if we lunge, we can lunge and hit the target. And then from the lunge, just parry and riposte twice in a row. So cart direct. Yeah, it can be any choice. So watch, if we want to change up, let's do that again, Oksana. So she went cart direct first, followed by cease direct. So the two parries don't have to be the same, just like you could change up the riposte. Yeah, it could be cart direct, cart disengage, or cease direct, cease cut over. So you can mix those up a little bit, okay, if you like. And now maybe where your creativity comes into it. Okay, if you're going to add your feet, step in place first. So we're stepping until we do the lunge, and then we hold, and then parapost, recover. Okay, so 45 seconds starting now. Nice, Emmanuel. Well done. Good. About 10 seconds remaining. Good, Mo. That looked excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and rest. Just shake out your legs. Great. So now again, from lunging distance, we're going to do some compound attacks. Okay, so if you're a foilist, we want to do 1-2s, which are 2 disengages. Yeah, so once, twice, or a double, which is a disengage followed by counter disengage in the same direction. All right? Okay, so 1-2s or doubles. If you're a saber, just go through the variations of the 3 lines. For example, feint head, cut flank, feint flank, cut chest. Could be even, you could even add like where we do 2 feints. So like one I like a lot is to go chest, or flank, chest, flank. Mix those ones up a lot here, okay? Now, remember what we're doing is we're making the feint actually before we pick up our foot in the final of the attack. So these are called like 2-time actions. So we do a feint with the arm, and then we do the final action with the lunge, okay? If you're doing 2 feints, it would be 2 motions of the arm, 1, 2, and then lunge on the 3, okay? All right, off you go. Yeah, looking good, everybody.
We're definitely ready to back to fancy home.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm not sure about you.
Okay, 10 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and rest. Just shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, great. So now this final exercise, right? It's the same thing essentially, but now we're doing the feint with the step forwards, and then the final of the attack on the lunge. So if we were doing a 1-2, we would go disengage, step forwards, disengage, lunge, right? 1, 2. Okay, remember, sabers, if you're doing a feint, particularly if we're doing it on the step, okay, don't extend your weapon arm completely. So kind of divide the distance. If we're going to do the feint on the step forwards, the arm is moving forwards about maybe half of its full extension, and then completely as you do the lunge, okay? The reason being because the more you extend the arm out there completely, you get two bad things that happen. One, somebody can counterattack your arm. And then two, some referees will say, oh, that's the end of your attack. It's already finished, not seeing it like as a feint, okay? So it's better to keep the arm progressing forwards throughout, okay? So 1-2s, doublés. If you're a saber, compound attacks with step lunge starting now. Good job, Ian. Try to sit upright in your lunge, okay? That's better. Good job, Emmanuel. That was beautiful. Good, Mo. Nice, Richard. And time. Okay, so just stand up, relax, shake out your arm and your legs. Very good. And there we go. Yeah, you guys can, if you want to do the, you know, the little finger lifts actually where we start and do that with the blade, you can do while we're chatting here.